Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to another Wingspan tournament gameplay video here. We are in the Forest Foodie Feud, which is a tournament we have on the go right now with all the expansions included. So yeah, we're going to be playing with the works on the Oceania boards, and very excited to get going in this tournament. And alright, here we go, jumping into our first game of the group stage in this tournament. We're going first, so yeah, let's dive in and see what we've got in this starting hand here. Okay. All right, well, we've got the Menace Bird, Black-Headed Gull. That's going to be a very, very tempting one to go with, especially with, yeah, real lack of other great options. I mean, we have got some card draw, although the Yellow-Bitted, not really my top pick of a bird to keep in the starting hand. Also, some decent food access. This Whiteback Woodpecker, I'm meant to keep that just as a nice potential forest option. Nice and cheap. And a good brown power. So did see some interesting trade options as well. I mean, white-bellied sea eagle, that's a very nice one that I like a lot. And potentially, if we're going for some wetland engine birds and maybe these big high food cost birds, we're gonna be able to pay for that with the black-headed gull food, and maybe the woodpecker as well. So that certainly seems like a nice option. We'll see if the bonus card's gonna help. Okay, well, I think we're probably going mechanical engineer. Falcon is really nice as well, and we'll definitely go very, very nicely with that sea eagle. But yeah, I think we've got to go for the mechanical engine here. Should be pretty straightforward, 8 points. So yeah, I think I'm just going to keep these two, and probably, I mean, I think I'm going to go for the white-bellied sea eagle food as maybe just give myself that option of playing it. But more than likely, we'll just be drawing a couple of times, see what this gull can get us, and as I say, maybe we'll look at getting this woodpecker in the game as well. If there's some nectar in the feeder, which there is a little bit, it's going to be very tempted to grab that. So I think we'll lock that decision in. And yeah, we should be set for food. It's all going to be about what we can find digging from the deck in this game. All right, here we go on to our first set of the game here. We'll see what my opponent's kept. Okay, 3 birds and 3 food as well. So yeah, I imagine maybe spending all of that food. So we may have to yeah, bide our time a little bit, but I think I'm going to be getting this black-headed gull in the game, so we will play that. I think I'm going to keep the nectar just for that flexibility. As I say, maybe going to need to pay this woodpecker, yeah, sooner rather than later. But yeah, for now, as I say, we'll do the gull, and might just, you know, cause a little bit of havoc early on for my opponent, even if we're not necessarily getting the food resource from that straight away. It might just make my opponent think a little bit more carefully about which birds are going to be played, which food is going to be spent as well. And yeah, that I think is always useful to do early on in these kind of games when you have got black-headed gulls. So we'll of course see yeah, what my opponent's going to do. As I say, if there is some food, I think I've got to be drawing cards and stealing it. And indeed, it looks like there will be, because Carolina Wren is the bird going down. So see if yeah, that sea eagle is going to get picked up or not. As I say, I would very much like if I could get my hands on that myself, but otherwise, yeah, we'll just be going and doing some digging. And all right, we've actually got another good option there in the lesser white throat, so that is going to sort us out for eggs. I think I'm just going to pick up both of these birds here, and yeah, steal this worm. I mean, it's obviously not ideal here where we're stealing non-nectar, and my opponent is able to grab nectar in return, but if they don't spend that, I'll just steal it anyway. And even if they do, the worm is going to be useful here. We can of course play the woodpecker with that, and as I say, start thinking about getting some food. But this white throat, this is going to be great. This is going to be really, really powerful for us, I think, throughout this game. Always got to ask yourself early on in these games on the Oceania boards, where are my eggs coming from? And yeah, with a bird like this lesser white throat, just gives you one less thing to worry about. And on to our next turn here. Yeah, food is being gained. So there is nectar. I think I've got to go and steal it. I think I'm also going to go and grab that turtle dove, because that looks like a nice option. Again, getting another egg coming through and a bonus card as well. Always nice. So we'll see what the top's going to get us. Okay, I didn't want that cockatoo, but I'm going to get the other one anyway. So we'll see what we can do with that. And yeah, as I say, grab some nectar. So see what my opponent's going to do on a reroll. But yeah, I'm feeling good about this situation where I could certainly see a world where we get lots of these birds down, and now black-red starts to come up, so that is another interesting option. We'll have to see if my opponent wants to go and grab that Might be a bit much for me to try and do both, but yeah, strong egg gaining powers. As I say, they're kind of like gold dust, I think, in these early situations, and we are going to get it. So, okay, Southern Cassowary's got it. Didn't expect that. So fair enough. The red's got straight away. We've already got berries to steal, but I think I will be stealing one. So yeah, let's go ahead and draw cards again. And yeah, this red start, this is going to be another nice option for us. So berry it is. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's probably going to be a bit overkill to try to get both of these down this round, but I feel like there's a world where we could play them both at some point throughout this game. Red start definitely nice with the star nest, helping out a little bit of flexibility for mechanical engineers. So that's going to be very, very nice. Okay, Carreri's going in. Now this is the time, I think, where we've got to start playing some of these other birds. So I'd say this white-backed woodpecker would be nice. I could certainly see myself play that take food, and maybe play the turtle dove and the red star and try and get two birds in that grasslands. I feel like that could be a good idea. Obviously use the free egg here to then play the red star. We have got to think about this end of round goal potentially, which actually might make me want to play the white throat first instead of the red star. So that's something useful to bear in mind. But yeah, I think we've got to play this woodpecker. We've got to get that in the game. Because we've got so many nice birds and we've got some really expensive ones. And yeah, if we are going to, even just go with one of these two teal powers, but especially if we go with both, we're going to need a lot of food because we're going to want to be playing lots of birds and clearing out the egg space. So that is certainly going to be something to think about. But yeah, Carreru, it's going to be gaining some nectar off me. I think that's just something we've got to live with just based on trying to grab nectar ourselves. So let's go and grab some food. We do get a little bit of nectar. We do get a seed as well, which, yeah, we do want, as I say, if we are going to be going with the turtle dove. So I think, yeah, we'll do the turtle dove for sure. And then I think probably will be the white throat. It will depend a little bit if it's going to help or be necessary for the end of round goal. But I think certainly, yeah, get that down this round. And say I might be tempted to do the red start next round. I'm certainly thinking Seagull in the wetlands is going to be the way to go. So I can start to imagine how my board's going to be filling out. Thinking about filled columns as well for that next end of round goal, trying to get two there. But also just trying to fill out each row so that, of course, when we do use these teal powers, we're actually getting a good amount of eggs from them. So that's certainly going to be something for us to think about as this game plays out. Onto our turn once again here. And it's getting some big point birds down. We're going to get our turtle dove into this game. So yeah, we're going to see what this bonus card is going to be. Actually, I think let's spend 2 nectar. Let's spend 2 nectar. I'm trying to plan a little bit ahead. We will need a seed for next round with this red start. So let's do it this way. We'll see what this bonus card is going to be. Okay, citizen scientist. Not quite what I had in mind. We'll see if we can make that work. I'm more interested in this egg, which, yeah, I'm going to plop down on the woodpecker. And yeah, I think we're going to do this lesser white throat. So warbler is pointing to the right. So I would hope that at the very least we're going to get a tie here by getting a third bird down. But I think either way it is going to be a few extra points for us to consider. And yeah, I think this red start, I can certainly see a world where I'm still going to play that next round. And suddenly get 2 habitats filling up with eggs. So bronze cuckoo's going in. Very unfortunate. You're not going to get much usage out of that. Don't think I'm really going to be laying eggs too much. So yeah, let's get our white throat into the game. We're going to get 2 eggs up there in the forest. It does have a peak pointing right at the very least. So yeah, that will be a tie. But yeah, that pink power, as I say, don't think we're really going to be triggering that. And it's not a strong card drawing brown power, which I think is always relieving not to see one of those, yeah, going down early in the game here. So I'm definitely happy with the start. I'll say got some nice options as well. So it's just going to be a case of trying to get the right food from the feeder. That woodpecker is going to help. That black-headed gull, when we go drawing cards, is going to help a little bit as well. And yeah, just really trying to maximize off the eggs that we're going to get through these teal powers, hopefully plural, because that will definitely set us up well. And yeah, already looking good on mechanical engineer. As I say, citizen scientist, that may be a little bit more of a struggle. So Might need some more careful planning and maybe some lucky card draws to get some points out of that, but we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, here we go into the teals. Time for our white throat, so we're going to get those 2 eggs. That's going to be really nice. That's going to help our tempo a lot coming into this second round. So in the tray, we've got a puffin and a snowy owl. That's unfortunate. I'm sure my opponent will just go and pick up one, if not both of those. But those are the kind of birds we'd be looking for with, our really good food access. And as I say, just wanting to play lots and lots of birds in this game. So not to worry, I think. Yeah, assuming those do get picked up, I think we'll just go and grab food and try and get the seagull in the game. But we now do have a Wilson Storm Petrel that's just appeared, and I know my opponent's not got the best food access right now, or card access, I should say. So do I need to block that? Do I need to block it, or can I get away with leaving it? I think I'm going to leave it for now, and we'll see what we can get away with. So we will go ahead and take food, as I say. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some nectar coming through on this reroll. So I think this black turn probably is going to go. There's the nectar we want. And we even get a second reroll. Can we get more nectar? Yes, we can. Excellent stuff. So very nice. And yeah, we're going to probably spend a good chunk of that as quickly as we can. Bearing in mind, of course, is Carrero, which, yeah, my opponent, I'm assuming, is going to want to use a lot and try and get some extra nectar through. So we'll try and avoid that if we can. But yeah, I think otherwise we will, just truck on. Just get our birds in the game. So as I say, Sea Eagle, Red Star. I'm hoping I can maybe find 1 or 2 cheap birds to maybe play this round, because again, with these teal powers, you want to get as many birds down in each row as you can and try and get as many eggs as possible. So that will certainly be the aim. And that's going to be, what we really want to be doing in this game. So something like that frogmouth may be a nice option. But there we go. Yeah, opponent is already taking some food. So not going for the Storm Petrel. So probably a good idea that I did leave that. And yeah, I think let's do the Sea Eagle. So I think we are going to go and probably just spend the normal food here because we have got it. I think this nectar is going to be helpful for the Red Star and maybe for just some flexibility as we draw and we see what else comes up. So we'll get this in the game. And see, as I say, what else we can potentially be finding. My opponent does have 1 nectar, so if it's still there, we'll definitely be stealing it. But as I say, this girl, even some worms. Okay, no worms over there. Even the berry, to be honest, with this Red Star, we've got some flexibility to work with there. So it's just going to give us a few options. But yeah, really just hoping that potentially some cheaper birds can come through. So of course, there goes Puffin. Should have expected that. So maybe now I do just block the Storm Petrel. I don't think necessarily I need it at this stage of the game, but I think I will block it. And I think I will go for this Frogmouth as a nice cheap option where maybe we can turn more cards into more food. So see what that's going to do. Sea Eagle is going to hit for us. And yeah, I think we want to steal this berry. So there is obviously some value for my opponent here. As I say, maybe just turning some of this non-nectar into nectar. But I need the food. And unfortunately, at the same time, we are going to reveal yet more good stuff. So yeah, no surprise my opponent goes and picks those cards up as well. So Buyer Weaver and the Wagtail, both, very, very dangerous options. So, okay, 4 turns left. We've got to think about what we want to do. So I could definitely play the Red Star, lay eggs, get the Frogmouth in the game. That feels like a nice option to do. Otherwise, I've only got this 1 egg left over, so I'd only be playing 1 bird, and I'm not really sure what else I'd be doing with my turns here. So maybe worth taking food as well, just try and grab as much nectar as we can and try and spend that, on the Red Star, etc. But yeah, I'd certainly imagine my opponent's going to want to get the Wagtail in. Maybe take food, play the Wagtail, lay eggs. It feels like a good sequence for them. And then obviously you've got the Buyer Weaver, you've got the Snowy Owl. And so in that case, maybe I want to spend my nectar. Maybe I want to get this Red Star in now. Because I think that is going to help. Just deny a little bit of nectar for my opponent. So let's do that. And I don't know, maybe we can always draw cards again. Maybe we don't need to take food this round. Maybe we just lay eggs, play the frogmouth, and then have an extra turn to think about what we want to do. But yeah, it certainly feels like we're probably going to tie this end of round goal now. My opponent's going to be in a good spot, I think. Yeah, with some nice birds coming up in the tray in this second round, so we've got to watch out for that. But I'd say we've got a nice situation. I'm liking these teal powers, these eggs. I think we are going to be able to manage this well enough just by yeah, playing enough birds, and hopefully, yeah, with a bit of digging, we're going to be able to find that. And who knows? I mean, maybe Storm Petrol is something we want to play in the third round. Maybe that Starness is going to help out, and it's, you know, decent points. Helps with some card access as well. So I think we'll lay eggs now. It is going to help my opponent, obviously, with 1 free egg, but you know, I can live with that. This, I imagine, is going to be the only time that we lay eggs in this game. So I suppose actually we want to be probably going down here, because I think we are going to be, yeah, using the teal powers in the grasslands, in the forest. That feels like the way to go for me. And yeah, I might just draw cards now, because who knows, maybe we get something better than this frogmouth that we want to play instead. So that will be, yeah, just worth seeing. And again, maybe with this gull we can cause a bit of nuisance, and potentially, yeah, just block some nectar that my opponent's going to want. So there goes the wagtail. Yeah, as I say, probably is going to be the snowy owl, so that we'll be able to replace it with the rat anyway. But I think it's still worth trying to, yeah, go and grab that myself. So I think let's do that. Okay, we're going to go Blackstalk. I don't think we need even more eggs at this stage of the game. So let's go off the top again. Okay, Purple Martin. That's kind of interesting. If we were closer in Citizen Scientist, I might be more interested. But I don't feel like we are quite there yet. So do I throw an egg for another card? I don't think I do. But yeah, as I say, we are going to go ahead and steal some of this nectar. So that's going to be useful. I think I will still go ahead with this frogmouth. And yeah, maybe next round when we'll take food, we'll yeah, be able to throw some cards, maybe get some cashes. And I probably will still go with the Storm Petrel just to help me see more cards. And yeah, really give ourselves options going into this later stages of this game to hopefully play some nice big pot options, because I know that's what my opponent's got ready to go. So that is going to be, yeah, something to watch out for now this wagtail has gone down. So laying eggs, of course, to use that wagtail power. And yeah, we are going to do this Sri Lanka frogmouth. So getting you in the forest, we're going to get another egg there. So 5 eggs now coming through on these teal powers. It's not just the points, as I said earlier, it's about the tempo gain. We're not going to have to lay eggs this game anymore. We're just going to be drawing cards, taking food, playing big point birds. That's the dream. Trying to get as many eggs through as we can, but there goes Snowy Owl. So yeah, bonus cards coming through for my opponent. Definitely got to watch out there, because that can be really, really strong with this wagtail to get lots of those bonus card birds coming through. So something to watch out for. But yeah, for now we'll take our eggs. So yeah, 2 in the grasslands, 3 in the forest. Very, very nice. And yeah, tie on the end of round goal as well. So we come into round number 3 here. We have some interesting options in the tray with the rye bills. So I would like that. But at the same time, I would like to be taking food. And I think using this frogmouth, maybe my opponent is not going to have a spare card. So that's definitely something to think about. And we get a reroll here on this bird feeder. So I think we're going to take that. Just the one nectar coming through. But we are going to be able to get ourselves a reroll. So I think, yeah, I think I'm going to throw these cards here and see what we can do. Are we going to get a roll on this frogmouth? We are going to get the worm we want. So Purple Martin, you can go. We'll take another worm. And hopefully, can we get a nectar? We can. Okay, so that's worked out nicely. We've got the food we need to get the Storm Petrel in the game. And I think it's worth playing that. It's very late. This is ideally the kind of bird you play as early as possible. Get it down round 1, even turn 1 if you can. But I think there's still time for it to get some value. Just give ourselves that bit more flexibility on Mechanical Engineer. But Help us see more cards. Really, that's what we need at this stage. Big point birds coming through. And I think also just being able to use this option here of maybe spending some food, resetting this tray, getting more birds coming up for us. That's going to be important. And yeah, we'll see for my opponent as well, because the card access, not really there either over here. So good food access, obviously with the Kararu. Being able to play more birds is good with the Whitetail, but yeah, when your options are limited, just based on the cards available to draw, can make things a little bit harder. So we'll see how that plays out for my opponent. But I'm definitely feeling like, yeah, we've got a good situation to be in. So yeah, it would definitely just be a case of playing birds, drawing cards, and hopefully getting some good stuff. Back onto our turn here. You see the Rybel is still there, so we may still be able to get our hands on it. But for sure, for now, we are going to play this Storm Petrel. So got to think a little bit about our egg management, of course. Make sure we have got spaces in multiple habitats. So yeah, that is going to be definitely something to think about. But I think if we're spending those on just drawing more cards, I think we're going to be doing that. But more importantly, yeah, playing birds is going to be the key for us. So assuming Rybel's there, I think I'll take it. But we're going to be top decking a lot. We're going to be seeing what can come our way. And yeah, hopefully, I'm going to say hopefully getting some nectar, but I have a feeling that Buyer Weaver might be about to be played in this wetlands for some digging to commence. So is it going to be the case? No, it's the little grebe. So okay, that is not quite as good, but maybe going to see some more cards. But we do get this Rybel, so we're going to take it. And we know actually that there is Falconer waiting for us there. Well, we would get 4 points, so that's going to be nice. We'll see what else. We go off the top. Parakeet, that's going to be nice. We know there's a Puffin ready to be copied, so that'll definitely be a nice option for us. Anything else going to come out that's good? Probably not. We do get our cash on a Sea Eagle. And yeah, I don't know. Do we want to go for the Robin or the Gull? I feel like neither of them are very good, so we'll just keep the ring-billed Gull. But yeah, as I say, this little grebe, not really an option I see gone with too often, but may just be, yeah, trying to hopefully find some more cards at this stage of the game. But we're getting some decent stuff, so I say Rybel's going to be good. I think this Parakeet as well. That is going to be nice, so may just get that down now. And yeah, copy the Puffin. Let's see another bonus card. And then, of course, knowing, yeah, this Rybel is ready to go, ready to be played, and hopefully do well for us on the bonus card. I've got this end of round guard to think about as well, actually, and maybe that's where, yeah, earlier Parakeet is going to be good for us. So maybe think about playing that and getting points there as well. So you're taking food, actually. So now there's nectar. I think I want to be drawing cards and stealing that. I did already have my eyes on that black skimmy on the tray, knowing that potentially we are going to be getting the Falconer. So yeah, I think we just draw again here. I think we just draw again, see what comes up. Okay, actually, well, now that we found the Cormorant, they think we need the Skipper. They basically are going to do the same thing. So we'll go off the top. Galar would have been nice earlier, probably a bit late for you. Do we spend another egg? I'm kind of tempted to, because I think eggs are going to be a problem. I think we are going to need to clear out as many as we can. And every extra card is just another option, but it's also maybe another food up there in the forest. So let's go and do that. House Crow's not bad. See what we can get through here. Catbird and Brambling is actually quite nice. So we may go with that. We are, of course, going to steal the nectar. But yeah, that, you know, it's going to be at least, you know, we're going to be tucking 4 more cards on that. So that is going to be a good one. And yeah, Catbird don't really have a great option to copy. So I think we'll go with the Brambling and look at getting that down as soon as we can. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, could even go with this House Crow maybe next round. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe Brambling and Parakeet could be nice if needed for the end of round goal. But yeah, this feels like a nice option, considering that we don't have too many other things I'll necessarily want to be playing. So you are laying eggs. So certainly going to see some cards being drawn here, using that little group, and then presumably just taking food and playing one more bird. So I think if we play one bird, we should be all right for this end of round goal. So yeah, do we go with this brambling? I just feel like the extra options here are going to be nice. Even only getting to use it for 2 rounds feels like a good option to have. And then, yeah, I mean, what else do we play? Maybe we do still get this house crow in. I could certainly see a world where, yeah, maybe just taking food in that last round and doing some caching with this could be useful. So maybe, maybe brambling and house crow go down this round. We get 5 birds in the forest, and then I'm thinking maybe wrybill, cormorant, parakeet in the last round and just take food a bunch. That feels like it could be nice. So let's go ahead and do this brambling. So I think we will go play with our nectar like so. So that's going to be, yeah, good just for the points, but being able to give us some options on the card cycle as well is going to be good. And yeah, maybe parakeet. I mean, there's always a part of you that thinks, is there a better bird I could copy? Is there going to be a great Indian bustard, for example, that's going to come through and make you wish that you saved it for later? That's always, yeah, the tough question to answer. But I feel like we could play it now. We could definitely play the house crow as well. So yeah, you're drawing cards. So let's think about this. If we play the house crow, I think I probably would put it in the forest. And then final round. Yeah, I mean, if we take food twice, that's going to be 6 food each time. We're only going to need, I think 5, yeah, to play these birds. So we'd have more than enough to cache in the forest. It's just whether we actually get a better option than the house crow through the brambling in order to, play that instead. So could do the house crow in the wetlands in the next round as well. Although if we want to do the great cormorant, that's not going to be an option if we also do the wrybill. So definitely got some interesting decisions here. But yeah, I feel like house crow is going to be the one, because we are definitely going to have, unless we do get lucky and get an extra bird to play, I think we're going to have extra turns taking food. So we'll go ahead and get this down. And it does help clear out, just that little bit more egg space for us here. So we know we're going to get 5 in the forest, 3 in the wetlands, and then, yeah, hopefully by just playing some more birds in the next round, we can clear out a bunch of those eggs and get more eggs coming through with all of our teal powers, because we've now got 4 of them in the game, and we're doing everything. We're doing eggs, we're doing ducks, and we're doing caches. So, yeah, that's going to be really, really good. So we'll start with our eggs. Let's say 5 in the forest, 3 in the wetlands. That's really good. Brambling, what can you do for us? 2 from the top of the deck. Anything good? Okay, cormorant. Cormorant's kind of interesting, actually. We do have a few of these platform nests. Unfortunately, a lot of them are very low capacity. And so if we're laying eggs already with the teal powers, we're not going to have space. But I think we can at least keep it. I think these 2 can definitely go. And yeah, we'll do just these 2 caches. But 2 caches are better than none with our house crow. So not too bad, 68 points, and we've still got a few from the end of round. We'll see what's going to go down here. Is it going to be by a weaver? I feel like it probably will be. Unless something else good has come up, yeah, for my opponent. But time's running out. Not too many turns left in this game to be digging and finding good stuff. As we know ourselves, I think we're probably done digging. But yeah, I imagine my opponent will have to do some card drawing in the final round. But that's where a bird like Bioweaver comes in, because you can make sure that you're scoring points. So is it going in? No, red vented bulbul is going in. So that's going to help out with some eggs. But there we go. Easy end of round gold win for us. We come into the last round, and okay, there's some nice birds that have come up. Hooded warbler and longspur both would have been good options for me. I don't think, though, we're going to be grabbing those, because I think, yeah, we've got business to do. We've got cards to be drawn. Oh, sorry, food to be gained. Because, yeah, my opponent is picking up those cards. So very nice. They are expensive, though. So we'll see. We'll see if they're able to be played. with enough food. So I think it does give me some interesting decisions, because the Carreru, if I know my opponent has now got 5 food costs worth of birds to play, I might not want to have nectar. I might not want them to use the Carreru. But equally, I might not want to use this frogmouth and give extra worms away. So we've got to look at these nectar scores. Yeah, I feel like we're just not going to do anything in any of these nectars. I mean, we'd need 4 nectars, ideally, with the Ribel and the Cormorant. Maybe 3 would be enough. But that just feels so unlikely. So, yeah, maybe we just ignore nectar. And as I say, skip the frogmouth as well. Just to try and cause a bit of nuisance. But, I don't know. At the same time, my opponent, maybe they just take food twice anyway. There's extra cards here. I'll think about it. Are we going to get some nectar? Okay, we actually do. So I think in that case, I think I'm just going to take all this nectar, because that could actually help flip. Yeah, that nectar in the wetlands. So we will go with that. And we will use the frogmouth, because we are just going to, yeah, give away a bit of extra food. We're not going to get the point, but we will take the food for ourselves. So yeah, I think probably Galar not going to get used. And yeah, let's take the fish there. So we'll see what that can do for us. But probably, yeah, do I want to play the Ribel now, or do I want to play the Parakeet now? That is the question. That is the question. I feel like the fact that the Warbler and the Longspur were picked up probably means that actually those are going to be the birds played. I think if there was already some good stuff, probably wouldn't need to go and pick up both of them. So that does give a bit of information. That is a lot more nectar coming through. So maybe we want to grab some of that ourselves as well. But yeah, then it's just a case of playing 3 birds. So I think it is probably going to be, at the very least, the Ribel and the Parakeet. We're really going to have to think about this Cormorant, because that is going to be tough, I think, with some of these egg spaces. Like, I know the Storm Petrel and the Dove, they're probably going to be full. So I don't necessarily know if we are going to be able to get an extra egg on those. But, you know, potentially could still be maybe 4 eggs coming through off that. But then if we are going to draw Falconer, then Cormorant, basically the same bird anyway. So I think we just take food, because, yeah, it's nectar. we know we can make usage out of that. So can we get something off the frogmouth this time? We can. So that's worth it for a point. And yeah, Ringbill Gull, get rid of you. And I guess just take another worm here. So yeah, definitely lots of food for my opponent. I say we'll potentially, I don't know, get an extra turn laying eggs here, maybe, instead of getting food. So yeah, some interesting dynamics, I think, in this endgame when it's come to the Carreru, but also this frogmouth. We'll see if we've made the right call or not. But at the very least, yeah, we've got some good birds to play in this final round. And yeah, we should, I think, we should be able to clear out enough egg spaces to be able to get 2 in the grasslands and 5 in the wetlands. So there goes the Longspur. So actually maybe didn't use the extra worm that time. So maybe we're not going to see Hooded Warbler come in. But okay, right. I think we've got to go for this Parakeet. I think we've got to go for it. So yeah, we're nowhere in the grasslands nectar anyway, but wetlands we can flip. And I think I want to see another bonus card. So we're going to copy, for good luck, the Puffin. And see what that's going to get us. So yeah, I think we clear... Oh, I suppose actually we are going to get 3 eggs in the grasslands by having the Parakeet in, so that's good. But yeah, I think we will clear off, I guess, these wetland birds, because we want to be able to trigger the wetlands for the teal power. So what can we get on the bonus card? Okay, Forester, 4 points. Pretty happy with that, so we'll take it. Definitely better than the citizen scientist we found earlier. So yeah, 12 points off the 3 so far. And as I say, this Ribel, assuming there's nothing better than Falcon. I mean, I would love if there was something better. There's plenty in the discard pile now, of course, with Puffin and Longspur having gone down over here. Okay, more food is actually being gained, so that is interesting. So that makes me feel less bad about giving away so much with the Kareru and with the Frogmouth. Because, yeah, probably, I don't know, unless it's a Kia or something, probably going to have some spares going around. But let's get Rybel down. Spend these eggs. What are we going to find on the bonus card? Okay, well, we've got a couple of 4-point options. I think we are going to take Falconer because, yeah, we know we can play Cormorant. Or this Cormorant, I should say. Great Cormorant rather than Little Cormorant. I think that is better because, yeah, if we did play the Little Cormorant, I know the Red Star and the Storm Petrel would be full. Or sorry, the Turtle Dove and the Storm Petrel would be full. We'd get one on the Crow, the Red Star, the Sea Eagle, and the Cormorant. So that'll get me 4 extras. Cormorant's already 2 extra, and it gets 2 more from Falconer. So may as well play that. Doesn't, yeah, really make too much difference in that situation. So there go the eggs needed for a Wagtail, and we're going to get our Cormorant in. So yeah, doesn't really matter where those eggs are going to come from. And we do flip the Wetlands Nectar, so that's been nice. Even if my opponent does have another Wetlands Bears, I think it is going to be a forest play, though. I imagine we will see at the very least Hooded Warbler, but maybe something else, which is going to flip the forest, and there indeed is Hooded Warbler. So nice play. We're going to get our various teals. So yeah, 5 eggs there, 3 eggs there. We're going to get 2 tucks off the Brambling, which is very nice. And 5 caches on the Crow. So yeah, I think that's 15 points through the teals, which is very, very nice. Shame that we couldn't quite squeak the end of round goal win. But yeah, we do, as I say, pick up a few nectar points, a couple of second places, but then the win in the Wetlands. That's going to be very, very nice. And so we're going to come into these final scores then. I don't really know. I don't really know which way this is going to go. My opponent did have a lot of bonus card bursts going down. But it was definitely a slower Wagtail game. So we'll see what the damage is on these bonus cards. Only 12. So we're keeping it pretty tight here. Obviously, lots of eggs coming through for us at the end. Quite a few caches helpful. 13 and a few tucks. It looks like we're going to hold on, even losing some of this nectars. We do indeed. 113 for us, 99 for my opponent. So, yeah, decent game. Definitely all about those 2 teals, the White Threat and the Red Star. And then just helped a little bit, yeah, with the Crow and the Brambling at the end. So, bonus cards, fine. Could have been better. Always nice to get Mechanical Engineer. Scoring 8 points off that. Not too difficult. So we'll take a look. On my opponent's side, Forest Ranger for Syria is a shame, but yeah, Diet Specialist is good. Ecologist is always good. Oh, and just missing out Small Clutch Specialist. So yeah, a bit of a shame on that one, but a couple of decent finds. I'd say Whitetail's always nice, but can be a little bit tricky if you don't necessarily get all the birds you want. But like maybe that was the case here, but good game for us. Good start here in this group stage to get a win. We've got plenty more games to come, so if you want to see those and watch more of these Asia games too, please make sure you're subscribed and following along. And I look forward to seeing you in another game very, very soon.